What's going on, guys? This is Corey from Lion Dads. I help my fellow dads get back in shape and get healthy with a carnivore diet and back to basics exercise. And in today's video, I want to go over something that as dads and as leaders of our family and even in our community, it's important to us. And that is kind of influencing the people that we care about to adapt to our diet. So given that it can be a pretty delicate subject for some people as far as like diet and stuff goes, I'm going to kind of go over ways I might go about it or my experiences with influencing people or advising people on it, and even if I really think it's a good idea for you to do so. But before we get started, do me a favor, go hit like on this video, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and go check me out on Twitter and Facebook with social media stuff, links down in the description. So getting started onto how to go about, kind of influencing people. I don't want to say the word influencing, I guess, but kind of telling people about it or trying to help people out. Because when you do kind of talk about this diet, it is helping people out, in my opinion. Before I get started on that, I want to warn you, my thoughts on this, the way you eat, the way we, get healthy, it's just a way of eating. It's not a cult. It's not a religion. We're not, vegans here. We're not trying to take some kind of moral high ground. We found something that works for us, or at least I did, that changed my life. That I started eating this way. I've tried tons of different ways of eating. I've tried literally all of them just about. And this is the only one that has worked, that has kept the weight off, that has made me feel good for years. Other ones I'd try for 6 months, crash and burn, crash and burn, crash and burn. This one has worked and I've been able to sustain it. People sit here and say this isn't sustainable. I say that's bullshit, and I've been sustaining it for almost 4 years now. So it is what it is, But going back to that, you really shouldn't really give a shit what other people do or what they advise you on if it doesn't work for you, and you can expect that from them. So when you are talking about the way you eat and kind of trying to help people out, give them advice and advise them on it, you shouldn't be mad when they don't give a shit what you have to say either. So moving on, I'm going to just go ahead and start out with what I think is the best way to go about it. And the best thing that I have noticed is not even saying anything. It's just letting people come to you. When you get started on this, a lot of us dads come into this way of eating. We're out of shape, we're fat, we're overweight, whatever, however you want to call it what it is. You've focused on your career, you focused on your family life, you chased money, you've chased whatever you've chased in life, you've let yourself go, you've put on 30, 40, 50 plus pounds, and you turn around and you found something that worked. And you shed the weight off when you started going to an all-meat diet. You started getting healthier. You noticed your athletic performance coming back. Maybe you weren't even able to go work out. Now you can go get in the gym a little bit, and you're looking and feeling great. That's what happens to. I will say, I'm sure that hasn't worked for some people, but everybody that I've ever seen try this diet with my own two eyes, it has worked for them. In my personal and helping people out side of it. So people are going to come to you. You are going to get people in your family. Wow, you look great. People are used to seeing you fat and out of shape, and now you're looking good and feeling great. And they're going to say, "What happened? What did you do?" People at work are going to come up to you, your friends, people you haven't seen in like a year. They'll run into you and be like, "Oh my God, you look like a different person than the last time I saw you." And so when they come to you, that's when you do it. It's the easiest way to go about it because it's the most noticeable thing. And people are going to say and want to know what you did because they're going, most dads I know are going through the same kind of stuff. They're out of shape, they're overweight, they want the solution, they've tried different things, none of that crap works, and they're going to want to do what another guy that they see did. And that's when you do it. I get people all the time, dude, how did you lose 80 some pounds, some people 60, 70, 80 pounds, how did you do it? And I just tell them, I cut the carbs out of my diet, I cut the vegetables, I cut the fruits, I cut the grains, I cut the sugar, the candy, the sodas, I cut the beer out, I cut all that stuff out. I just eat all meat, and the weight started coming off and the health started coming back. The ailments went with it. I don't, make it about them. I kind of just make it about me. I'm like, this is what I did and this is what worked for me, and I've been able to keep it up for years going on 4 years now. I haven't slipped up. I've been able to strategize and do creative different things with it. I enjoy the diet, and all these things have worked for me, and I love it, and I'm totally happy. And as long as you're telling people that, a lot of them will get it, and a lot of them will understand. And that's just kind of the way it goes. So that, with that said, I don't go out like, hey, look at me, I lost a bunch of weight, here's how I did it. That sounds insane to even say it anyway. But, you get people that'll go out of their way to tell you the way they eat. Another group on the other side of the spectrum, they'll go out of their way to tell you the way they eat, and that's just not what I want to do. I don't want to go out like some kind of, traveling missionary or something like that and telling people this is the way they should do it. The other thing, I kind of focus on the people that I care about the most first when I got started. Those are the ones that I was really like, this worked. I saw it worked. I felt the way I felt, and I wanted that for the people I love and the people I cared about. So, the people in your house, your wife, your kids, those are the people you'll want to help first and foremost. And those are the ones that are obviously, they see you every day and they see the way you're feeling. They see the changes in you, and they're going to want to jump on board for the most part. I've got one in my house that doesn't, no interest, but I got, the other ones, they're all in. And so when they start following suit, and they start finding their way and it's working for them, now you guys are like the fit family, right? Like, look at them, they're in great health and they're in great shape, and all of them, they're also, we were just happier together. It's crazy the results we've gotten once we all got on board with it, and other people notice that. Other guys want that for what they have, and it's natural for people to inquire with you and be like, how did you do it? How do you get to this point? Because that's awesome. And that's when you just tell them, this is what we do, and don't say, this is what the only way it's going to work. I don't tell people that. I just say, this is what we did. This is what works for me. And if they come at me like, oh, that sounds like a bunch of bullshit, I'm like, you asked, and that's kind of just the way I go about it. So that kind of leads me into the next thing is, when you do tell people about it and they do come at you with this, oh, this is a bunch of shit, you're wrong, there's no way this could work, what about clogging your heart, high cholesterol, and where do you get your fiber, and kind of stuff, you know what I mean? I got to a point where I don't react to that anymore. I get it. I still get it all the time from people. It's funny because some, fat ass I work with or something will come up like, oh man, look, how did you do it? And I tell them, they're like, oh my God, you're ridiculous. There's no way. And I'm like, you came to me and you asked, but it's fine. You know what I mean? I'm just putting the information out there, telling you how I got my results like you asked me, and then they're going to jump and put you down, and that's totally fine. If they're interested, let them learn from you. If they want to know more, let them learn from you. If they don't, then fine. Let them go about their day. Tell them do what they want. Let them keep on their standard American diet and putting weight on. Let them go vegan and whatever's going to come with that. We've all seen what happens to some of them. But just be open and honest about it. I don't hide from it. I went through a time where when I did see a lot of the criticism for it, I kind of hid from the diet a little bit. Didn't tell a lot of people I was on it. I'm fully embraced. I'm putting out YouTube videos on it, right? And starting an online community and, starting a business out of it. So, because I know how it works and I want to help people do it. And so now it's all out there for me. But you are going to catch shit for it. You are going to have people hate on you for the way you eat. They're not going to believe you. And they're going to keep going what they're doing and trying to influence people the other way. And that's just, that's the crabs in a bucket effect, right? The one crab trying to climb out and the other dumb crabs keep pulling them back in. That's just the way it goes. So if they want your help, fantastic. If they don't, let them be. But I do what I do because I care about people in general, especially my fellow dads, man. I think we have a responsibility, and we are like a big driving factor in how our society turns out. We're raising, you're constantly raising the future generations and the future leaders of the world, and we're showing them that it's okay to get fat and it's okay to get out of shape and it's okay to be unhealthy and get on all these medications and all this. And I just think, society's moving in a bad way. And I think if there's one group of men who can pull us out of that and maybe turn things in the right direction, it's us dads. And this is the way that I have found works for me to do that and do my part in that. And I'm just challenging all of you to put the phones down, quit being brainwashed, try something new, try something different. Join me. Like, we're outlaws in this diet sphere. I'm telling everybody we're the redheaded stepchildren, whatever you want to call it. Not to offend any of you gingers out there, but I just, that's the way it is, but it's up to us to lead the future kids, the future generations, the leaders of the world, and get them in a track where, they value their health, and the way to do it is this, in my opinion. So let people learn from you, put the information out there, and if not, let them move on. And that's pretty much my message of this. Lead by example, as always. That's the way I preach it, and that's the way I try to live it. So that should about do it for today, guys, and I hope you guys got a lot out of this. If you want more, head over to lion-dads.com. I got the link in the description, and you can get a hold of me on there or just learn more about what I'm doing over there at Lion Dads. The online community on Discord, I'm happy to say, is finally live as of this recording. So if you go to the website, lion-dads.com, you'll see the sign up right at the top. You'll get an email with a link, and you'll get access to an exclusive weekly newsletter every week as well. And like I said, on that Discord server, openings are limited as of right now. So if you want to join us, get on it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.